Live from Koreatown, 32nd Street and 5th Avenue. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to San Miguel TV. Let me know everything's coming through good. Anyone can share. Oh shit. Welcome, welcome. What's up? Good morning. We're in Little Koreatown. This is Little Koreatown, 32nd Street between 5th Avenue and Broadway. What up, everyone? Welcome. Happy 4th of July weekend. We're in the city, back. This is Little Koreatown. We're in Little Koreatown right now. (32nd Street between 5th and Broadway. Everybody's just getting up. Hey, what up, everybody? Arrow the dog. Timothy, what's up? What up, Jessica 82? Weather's beautiful right now, Boru. It's a nice little breeze, probably like 75 degrees, 77 degrees. Doesn't really even feel that hot yet, but it's gonna be a scorcher again. It gets hot in the city. A lot of bodies with this hot weather. Heat coming out the subways, out the sewers. When you go down into the subway is when you really feel the heat. Trump won. No, this is New York City. This is downtown New York City, downtown Manhattan. This is more Koreatown, to be more specific. And this is the west part of Manhattan, pretty much. So I'm going towards Broadway, 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. Make sure you give this video a like, spread this video around. We got the smell of weed in the air and halal. (34th Street Station). A lot of tourists in this area. A lot of people from all over the world come here. I'll come back out later with the phone stabilizer, but this is Herald Square, 32nd Street, going up to 34th Street. We got a lot of people on these benches. I was just eating breakfast over here. It's a cool spot to come and just chill. Eat your breakfast, keep your day going, go to work. A lot of people working today, Sunday, July 6th, coming out of July 4th weekend. Pigeons are fighting over bread. Everybody's fighting over money. We got a lot of mental health issues going on. Lots of mental health issues in New York City. Mental health issues up the wazoo. A lot of homeless people. I haven't been out here in a minute. Probably 3 or 4 years. That's a minute for me. If you're wondering how long is a minute. But yeah, this is 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. Not far from the Flatiron District. This is Koreatown. They want a socialist. I don't know what they're thinking. New York City is already very socialist, to tell you the truth. I grew up in this city off of the welfare program. My grandmother raised me off of the New York City welfare program. We never got on the NYCHA, which is the New York City Housing Authority. We never did that. And we didn't make it a generational thing either. We got assistance from the government when I was real young, and then by the time I hit 15, I started working. 16 years old. By the time I was 16 years old, I was going to school, and I had a full-time job. 16 years old in New York City. By the time I was 17, I was paying half the rent with my brother. By the time we hit 18, we didn't qualify for certain type of benefits, but we grew up off of that. So it helps people out here, but you don't want to make it a generational thing, because there's people that grow up here, they get assistance from the New York City Housing Authority, NYCHA, what they call it, New York City Housing Authority, and they want to live in the projects for the rest of their life. That's not what I want to do, and I would never move back to New York City, at least not the way that it is right now. Like, these conditions are not, I don't know. It's just too many people. This area is crazy. This is a big tourist area. I mean, you know, but I was born in this city. I was born in Queens. I'll come out later when I got the phone stabilizer. I'll show you Queens. I came out here to spend time with the family. Yeah, man, we gotta start fucking working. Once you hit a certain age, you know, you shouldn't be living off of your grandparents. You know, some people didn't have their parents in their lives. Some people didn't have a good foundation. So, you know, some people have to be raised in the projects. But when you make that shit a habit, you think everything is a free ride out here. You're gonna live in the worst conditions possible. Because you have people out here that they're just down and out. If you don't keep moving in this city right here, if you don't keep moving, keep working, maintain yourself, you're gonna end up just like that. You know? This is 32nd Street and Avenues of the Americas. The Herald Square. Some good breakfast right here. I think I'm gonna get me some coffee. Maybe a traditional Venezuelan smoothie with cinnamon. I don't know. We'll see. But this is the square right here, Harold Square. This statue of the first president, New York Typographical Union number 6, was presented to the city of New York by Horace Greeley, Post number 577 GAR, New York Typographical Union number 6, and Brooklyn Typographical Union number 98, given to the city of New York in 1890. Topographical. Horace Greeley. This is also called Greeley Park. Some people call it Harold Square. You cannot smoke cigarettes in here. This place is designed strictly for eating. No smoking. No smoking weed. You know, out here they let you smoke whatever the hell. That's all you smell in the air is weed and halal. That's where you're gonna get a good whiff of weed and halal. Good combination. It's a good combination. But I was gonna walk down. You know what? Let me see. What time is it? 10:30. Yeah. Halal is a scent, not very small. Yeah, it does smell. It is a scent. All foods have scents. They should. Trust me, I know what a halal smells like. It's undeniable. And I know what some weed smells like. But it's real early right now. Well, it's not really that early. It's 10:30. I got up at like 6:30. This city won't let you sleep. It's too noisy. There's tourists everywhere out here. All you hear is people from speaking all types of different languages and stuff out here. This area is very touristy, you know, so people come here and play ping pong. You could bring your own ping pong balls. Hello. And get the ping pong game going. 34th Street, baby. I sure cleaned up. Nah, bro. There's so many migrants here in New York City. It's still a big issue when it comes to New York City. But yeah, here's the ping pong players getting it on early, battling it out. A ping pong match to the death. I still love New York City too, Cheryl. It's an amazing city. I mean, I love it. You get so much energy just from all the noise. You can't stop moving out here either. You don't see people just like, I mean, when you see somebody just stopped on the corner like this guy, he's a tourist, that's why. He's trying to figure out where's he going. And I mean, as a person that hasn't been here, especially to this part of Manhattan in a while, I don't know where half the shit is out here. So I gotta be on my phone like I'm a fucking tourist. Yeah, here's the Herald Towers on Herald Square. Try to get 34th Street, Herald Square. Now, there's definitely way more tourists out here than it used to be, but I mean, it's the Avenue of the Americas. You're gonna see tourists from top to bottom, all the way down to 14th Street. Even going up to, I'll say Midtown. That's how it is over here. It's actually nice and breezy right now. It's a good weather right now. I mean, I came out with the shorts, because it's nice right now. I like it, but it's gonna get hot real soon. It's gonna get real hot. Yeah. I want to show you guys Astoria Queens. That's my old neighborhood. Astoria is probably still my favorite part of New York City. I can't stand this part of New York City. This is not New York City. This is a fucking carbon copy of what the city was. And now you got, I don't know, I mean, whatever. The weed smell, the fucking weed smoke everywhere is definitely a new thing for me. But the halal trucks has been a thing out here for a long time. But yeah, this is it, man. Let's keep walking. Let's go up to 35th Street. Fuck it. Or actually, you know what? Let's go to the Macys. Let's check out Macys because this is one of my favorite places to shop. Yo, still to this day, I cannot ever get tired of shopping at Macys. But you know, we're gonna check it out. They make this area look really nice. Actually, let's cut through here. The Corona Ice King, the Lemon Ice King of Corona is actually my name. That's where another part of Queens that I'm from, because I'm also from Astoria. But I lived in Corona by 108th Street, and I went to PS14 right there on 108th Street. I went to PS14 for half a year. But I'm from, you know, you could say I'm from Astoria, Queens. It's like since I was in elementary school. But I was born in Flushing. Lived in Corona, Jackson Heights, Elmhurst. Like, that's my hood, man. That's still, I love Queens still, man. Like, New York, Manhattan is just, I don't know. You can't do too much Manhattan, man. It's too much city shit. Too much, like, sewery smell, and I don't know. It smells like straight scum. I feel scummy just walking around. I feel like I'm, like, layers of scum that just, you know, just plastering itself on top of me. Just scum. The heat coming up from down there, the smell. But you gotta get used to it. You smell the city as soon as you step off the plane. If you step off on the runway, as soon as you come off on the runway, you smell New York City immediately. So there's a lot of strong smells out here. It's just, I mean, it's small. Everything is compacted. You got everybody around each other, hot bodies and all that stuff. I am a human being. Being human is what I do. But let's check out the Macys. We got the people on the bikes all over it. This bike lane right here, New York City has become a bike lane. And you better get the hell out the way because they don't stop. They don't have to stop. Well, no, they do have to stop on the red lights. I see them. They don't be stopping on the red lights. If they're delivering DoorDash or something, they don't stop at red lights. They'll run you over too. So be careful. But yeah, this is a Macys, world famous. On 34th Street and Avenue of the Americas or Broadway. You know, I'm gonna go down 34th Street. We're gonna go to Penn Station on 34th Street, Madison Square Garden. Sorry for the shakiness. I left my phone stabilizer upstairs. I didn't think I was gonna be streaming, but I got the urge because it's so beautiful right now. I love it. It's 9:30 a.m. in Texas. It's 10:31 right now in New York City. It's about 75, 77 degrees, I'm guessing right now. When I checked the weather, that's what it said earlier. is the other entrance to Macy's. You got the famous footwear. The H&M right here is classic, by the way. This H&M store has so much stuff, and they got a few levels too to it. The Louis Vuitton store. I mean, I suggest you don't walk in there unless you have a few bands on you, because some of the bags in there will cost you your month's rent. Entire New York City area was a forest, but humans cut down the trees about 400 to 450 years ago and built large buildings and skyscrapers, forcing the animals to leave their natural homes. Wow, okay. Alrighty. Yeah. And the Indians sold Manhattan to the Dutch for 15 shekels. And the Dutch took this bad boy over and flipped it a billion times over. And the real estate now is insane. This 7-Eleven right here, just to run and operate this thing, they probably got to pay like, I can't even estimate it. I haven't even looked into that. I was looking at the real estate in Yonkers and Mount Vernon. Astoria is crazy. I mean, I have to look up Astoria. I would love, listen, if I had the money, I'll move right by Astoria Park. Because it's like a little, if you feel like it's away from the city, it's something about when you're in Queens, it's like it's not really so city, but you still get the vibes of the city. It's right over the bridge. Triborough Bridge is right there. Long Island City is another city away from the city that I like. You know, right over the 59th Street Bridge, or Queens, the Queensboro Bridge. Nice areas. I mean, I like Queens. I still like Queens, but I can't live out here, man. I'm living in Florida right now. And I've been in Florida for the last like 23 years. Yeah, they got armed guards up in these stores, for sure. Some of them. It depends how much money is involved, because to carry a pistol in New York City, you got to be like the mayor's fucking bodyguard and shit. That's like the only. People just don't have guns out here legally. Like, you see somebody with a gun, it's illegal. But yeah, I don't know how that works with these stores, because, you know, I know in Los Angeles they just let people steal all they want. New York City is pretty similar to Los Angeles. You got the same type of problems. And you got the same type of politics in the city that you got in Los Angeles. Similar. You know, it's still I think it's still a sanctuary city. I know Mayor Adams is trying to change some of that, Eric Adams. But it looks like they want to hire a Muslim socialist now. I mean, New York City's always been very socialist, though. People live off the government out here. They make a hustle out of it. If you could get housing projects in Chelsea projects, people would do that. Pay $400 a month, $450 a month to live in Chelsea projects, or Rutgers, right here in the city. You still living in housing projects, man, where you're gonna have roaches, you're gonna have mice, you're gonna have the smell of weed all in the hallways, you're gonna have the smell of piss all in the elevators. It's urine, weed, and halal. That's the trifecta. That's the smell you get in New York City. I figured it out. Yeah. The best way to describe the smell of New York City is weed, grime, urine, and halal. That's the best way to describe it, man. And just a mess, food everywhere, trash. I mean, this is 34th Street. Going into Penn Station, Madison Square Garden is right down the road. And you're gonna see. I mean, it's not as bad as Skid Row and shit in Los Angeles, but There's definitely certain parts around here. If you go down, well, not around here, but if you go down to Lower East Side, under the bridge, lots of people living down there. You got people with dresser drawers living under the bridge, and living under the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. I want to show you guys that. There were people living under the bridge with dresser drawers, chilling there with mattresses and everything under the bridge. I promise you. Madison Street, Montgomery, down by Lower East Side, by the Brooklyn Bridge, entrance to Robert F. Wagner, little expressway or whatever that's called. But yeah, man, it's a little nice. It gets a little nicer over here. But like I said, I prefer Queens. I love Astoria. That's about it, man. The rest of the city could fucking suck balls. Brooklyn's got a lot nicer. I ain't gonna lie. Bushwick's got a lot nicer. East New York still ghetto. Hold on. Brownsville still ghetto. You know. Eastern Parkway still the hood. If you know Eastern Parkway, Brooklyn. And even the South Bronx got a little cleaner. The South Bronx, they're cleaning it up. Some parts of it, I mean, there's a lot of money on Grand Concourse. People want to live around there. You got some old school jerseys there. I mean, you're by Madison Square Garden, why not? We're on 8th Avenue now. And 34th Street. I'll say the West Coast. I wouldn't say the whole East Coast is trash, but look at the West Coast. Look at Portland. Look at Seattle. Seattle and Portland is trash right now. Lots of mental illness around this bitch. What time is it right now? Shit. This is 8th Avenue. Yeah, you know what? Let me take it back over here, actually. I think I want to come down here. Around here, there's not so much weed smoke. Now it's smelling some good smells around here. You have a rooftop bar over here, cocktails and cantina. And then you have plazas here. Sometimes these buildings, or these plazas in between the buildings are not open to the public. Like, you can't just walk in between certain buildings, I noticed out here, especially when you go down further towards the Hudson River down here, where the Hudson River's at. Yeah, but this little area right here is actually open to the public, so. And it's still early, so nobody's really out like that. But this is Penn Station, Penn Plaza, Madison Square Garden. This is 34th Street, Manhattan. This is Madison Square Garden in front of Penn Station. See, where the A, the C, and the E train meet here in 34th Street Station. They closed the street down. See, you can't drive down this street. It's closed. I saw people laid out here sleeping just on the ground earlier this morning. Or yesterday morning, I'm sorry. Pennsylvania Station, Penn Station, New York City. Here's the Moynihan Train Hall. Yeah, baby. But let's take a walk back to 7th Avenue. I mean, it's a whole lot of everything out here. At least this is a little, I don't know, it's a mixture, man. New York City's a mixture. You get tourists, crackheads, halal trucks. You get everything. Every corner is a halal truck now, man. I mean, they make money. They're open all night. If you want food at 3 in the morning, you could come out and just get it from the halal truck. But, you know, you gotta wonder where they wash their hands at, where they use the bathroom at. If you gotta take a shit right here on 34th, you're on 34th Street by 8th Avenue, Penn Station. I don't know where you could go right now. Maybe there's a Target down the road you can go. There's a Target on the other block on the 33rd, I think you can go to. There's a CVS right up here too. Yeah, some federal building maybe. At night, yeah, you see this at night. You see how crazy it is. I don't even want to come out here with my phone stabilizer, holding my phone, filming people at night. People will get mad. You know, homeless people don't like to be filmed, even though you have the right to record in the public. When you're in the public, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. So nobody can tell you shit when you're recording in public. But you get people that come up to you, yo, don't record me, yo. Like, what the fuck? Then get away from. I seen that shit. People walk up to the camera. Yo, you recording right now? Don't record me, yo. You just walked up to the camera, you idiot. Dumb people out here. But you gotta be careful. You can't. You hold the camera on somebody too long, they're gonna get pissed. That's just how it is. You invaded my privacy. You have no expectation of privacy in the public. Sorry, bro. This is still America. Yeah, Plaza 33. You got the Empire State Building. I believe that's what that was. I'm about to go catch some video. I'm gonna go up high up into a building where it's nothing but windows, so I could record from the top of the city. And I'll give you guys a nice glimpse of New York City the way I remember it. You know, the way I remember New York City. I'll tell you guys how it used to be. And I'll show you how it is now. Penn Station, New York City. Pennsylvania Station has so much history. When they first built the railroad tracks through here, it was revolutionary. Now, you won't even recognize it if you see pictures of 1898 New York City compared to now. This is the other side of Madison Square Garden and Penn Station. Hey, how are you? All right. Yeah. Let me see. Cameras everywhere out here. Can't get around me, fucker. Every block. On every block. That's where you see them at. This is the Tyler the Creator's coming to Madison Square Garden with Lil Yachty. If you like Lil Yachty and Tyler the Creator, they're coming to Madison Square Garden sometime soon. You can look it up. Let's go to West 32nd Street. I'm gonna take you guys back down to 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas. We're on 7th and 32nd. And the lady just threw bread towards the pigeons and it almost hit me. But you know. Where's the Mets? Where's the Mets logo? I don't like it. MSG could go to hell in a handbasket. Hello, Yvette. Welcome to San Miguel TV. Back in New York City. I'm back. But nobody recognizes me because I'm in disguise as a tourist. Yeah, cameras are everywhere in New York City. You're gonna find cameras everywhere in New York City, especially this part of the city. They're everywhere. Can't get away with nothing out here, man. Unless you're off the grid completely, nobody knows who the hell you are, and you living out in the street, sometimes they could get away. But if you're driving out here trying to commit some crimes and shit, do you think you're gonna do a drive-by? You ain't doing no drive-by shootings in Manhattan. That shit, it doesn't even exist. It's impossible to get away with something like that. Especially anywhere between downtown, City Hall, whatever, going up to even uptown 61st Street, or even the Upper West Side, 90th Street, 88th Street, Upper East Side too. Even if you go up to some parts of Spanish Harlem, 110th Street, uptown, it's like you can't fuck around, yo. You can't, everybody's smoking weed. I see people smoking in front of the cops, talking to cops while they're smoking weed. But that don't mean you could be out here selling weed and shit or driving while you smoking weed. You can't do none of that stuff. They'll get you real quick. You can't even blast music too loud out here. If you drive down the street anywhere in this area, especially like when you go down to Chelsea, where it's more residential, this is more commercial real estate over here. This is the hut for commercial real estate. It's right here, the prime location. If you're a commercial real estate agent, depending what city you in, there's a come up in every city. There's a lot of room to grow in Orlando, even probably Albuquerque and like Phoenix. Phoenix is booming. I personally like right now Central Florida. I think Central Florida has a lot of opportunity for real estate. But if you go to the more residential areas, you can't be driving down that block bumping music all loud. You can't even do that out here. It's called noise pollution, and you could get a ticket for that. It wasn't always like that, obviously. I remember the 25-cent peep shows. I was in New York City when they had the 25-cent peep shows. I swear, I was out here, 42nd Street. I remember I was like 10 years old. I was 1994. Even when I was like 8, I think I came out here. When I was 7, 8 years old, first time in Manhattan, Times Square. You got 25-cent peep shows. They cleaned that up. Now it's a bunch of smoke shops, Starbucks coffee spots, Gregory's coffee spots, breakfast spots, you know, or fried chicken, a little fried, you know, Pacific fried chicken spots. Too close, sorry, too close. This is 6th Avenue and 32nd Street, Avenues of the Americas. We got vendors set up. We could we'll probably just go down here maybe. One thing you got to be careful for is these bike lanes, yo. These bike lanes right here, ruthless. Niggas gotta stop out here. You gotta stop. I know how to cross the streets. I'm from New York City. We know how to cross the street out here. People don't know how to fucking cross the streets. People are scared out here. It's too much noise. You get overstimulated in this fucking area. It's just noise. Everybody's doing something, selling some shit. You have some TikToker out here that I've seen before. She be fucking lip singing. She's lying. She's making money. I swear. She was sitting right here. She's a famous Asian TikToker that she lip sings. She gets a fucking loudspeaker, and people think she's singing, and it's a song. It's an actual song playing in like whatever language she speaks, Korean or whatever the hell she is. And people giving her money, and they don't. I don't know if people realize that she's like not even really singing. She's lip singing. Just fucking. Everything's a hustle out here. Everybody's trying to hustle you. You get people that come up to you when you go to certain areas like house kitchen. The hustle out there is like people selling ticket comedy clubs or to come to certain bars. They got the Irish bars, Irish pubs out there that I love. But can't knock the hustle, baby. Like Jay-Z said. Oh, the Sharif's famous halal spot right here. This is what I be smelling all day long. This is the spot right here. When I come out of my Airbnb, I got an Airbnb right here on the corner. They got buildings right here where you get a little studio spot. You get an air conditioner, a TV, and a fridge in one of these buildings. And it's not that expensive. You'd be surprised. I might take a walk to Trump Tower, show y'all our president's, you know, famous landmark. God bless America, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I got things to do today. I gotta charge my phone. I'll come back out, do a live stream. If not tomorrow morning, I'll come back out later maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Subscribe to San Miguel TV. Like this video before I close it out. Remember me. Come back. You know, show me love. Because I'll be doing this on a regular basis. I'll live stream in Orlando. I live in Florida, but I'm from New York City, and I'm back in the city for now. And I'll be live streaming for maybe the next 2 days. All right, so keep a lookout, keep an eye out for that. San Miguel TV, signing off. Peace out, much love, subscribe, like, and send me money. Peace.